Hello, crafty peeps. This is Angela Holt with Angela Holt Designs. I wanted to show you this tutorial. Look at these. These are made out of feathers. Don't you love it? Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to make these out of two different styles of feathers. Okay? So what you're going to need, two different styles of feathers. And in this case, I use Zucker feathers. Zucker feathers are the best feathers out there as far as quality, color, variety, and everything. And these are the small white ones. It's Zucker Feather B101W. Okay, and then these are called marabou feathers, but they are totally different from what I normally buy. And they are B704-BU. B as in boy. Okay, so alright, I'm going to show you how to make this feather. Now this is a pack I had opened earlier to make the white one. As you can see, these are small, very thin, beautiful, dainty little feathers. They're probably about 3 inches long. And I'm going to go ahead and open up this other pack. If I get to sneezing, it's because feathers make me sneeze, so... Alright, now what you're going to need is a couple pieces of felt. Just cut out a couple of circles because these are going to be your backs. Okay, and then you're going to need I'm using floral wire. This is florist wire. It is 18 inches long, so that's what it says, florist floral wire. The reason why I wanted to use floral wire is because it's a very thin wire. And it works well with this process. Okay, so you're going to get out your wire. Now what you're going to start doing on a non-stick mat is you're just going to put a little bit of glue down. Now this is the way I do it. Now I'm sure there's other ways you can do it. Now I have tried it about gluing the feathers onto the wire, and I have tried to get my flowers to come out uniform, and it won't do it for some reason. So I'm just going to glue these in a line, and you'll see why in a moment. You're going to do probably about an 18-inch, length wire line for your feathers, because it's all based on the fullness of the feather. And see, it just comes right up when you use a non-stick mat. Another thing I noticed when practicing this flower, if you keep your feathers all trying to go the same direction, that helps in the molding it. Okay, so I'm just going along here, and we are supposed to get another Arctic blast of cold air this week. Wonderful. So I'm just hot gluing these together. So I think feathers add such a beautiful, soft touch to any project out there. Feathers are used in a lot of crafting. There are all kinds of shapes, sizes, and colors, which are fabulous. Okay. Oh, that's 2 of them. Alright. Just going to lay that one down. And we're going to lay this one down. You don't have to do it in a curve. You know, it all naturally kind of curves that way. Okay, let's glue. We'll put some more. I want this to be a full feather flower. Okay, keep on going. These can get addicting, let me tell you, because you'll be like, oh, that would make a beautiful flower. I've had these zephyr feathers for like 3 or 4 years. I've used several of them, and I'm kind of depleted in colors. And when I wanted to make a flower, I was like, hold on a minute. Alright. Now, you can go back. Now, as you see, some spots are thinner than others. And you can go back. And you can fill in those spots by simply gluing a couple of more feathers on top. There is no wrong way to glue that. I just started with my base, and now I'm filling in areas that need a little more feather, like your bottom here, like that. I got the camera zoomed in so that y'all can see this process. You see there. Okay, I'm going to put a couple right here. Okay, now these feathers here are more of your fluffy flyaway feathers. So they're going to give you more of a flyaway look. Okay, and like you see here, it's going to give you that sprig, you know, that fluffiness right there. So, alright, now your next thing is you're going to get your wire. And the reason why we're going to glue the wire on this side is because when you flip it over, all of those feather, you know, you can't see the feather lines. They all blend beautifully. So we're actually creating the back of the flower. We're going backwards in a way. So I'm going to put one right there. Alright. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire and you're going to start at the bottom here, and you're just going to run a bead of hot glue, and you're going to start gluing this wire down the center of this feather base. Okay. If it curves on you, that's fine. Just be patient with this process. You might want to use your tweezers if you're afraid you'll burn your fingers. Mine are so calloused from all the hot glue it doesn't burn. Okay, so we're going to keep on with this process. And did you notice I didn't cut the feathers? I just picked and chose the ones that I felt would do that would look great. Not all feathers come in your packaging perfect, but this is a way to use up that last bit of feathers you have and make you some feather flowers. See, there you go. It's actually curving very beautifully. Okay, and then right here at the end, as you see, I'm going to snip off probably about 3 inches, and I'm just going to glue right there at the end. Okay, alright, so now you have your feathered wire. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to start with a small spiral. Okay, and you're going to spiral inward like this, and that wire will allow you to bend this flower on around like that. Look how beautiful it's coming out, just like that. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to glue that end down to the back. Give it a firm press. You're going to comb your feathers around. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and you're going to place your piece of felt. This will keep everything stationary. And now with these flyaways, you have 2 choices. You can cut them, which will make it a little, you know, cut feathers are not attractive, I don't think. So what you can do is you can pull it to the back like so, and just give it a touch of hot glue, because it doesn't take a lot to glue a feather. And then you can work it on around and do the same thing if need be. So you're going to condition these feathers by working them on around. There's one that can get glued. Alright. And then here, you've got a few right here. Now these on the front, all you have to do is just put a little glue underneath and just lay them right on top. See, you can't see them. Now these right here, this looks like it was cut a little bit, so you can trim on these a little bit without losing the beauty of the feather. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there, tiny bit. So there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now we need a center for this feather flower. Bling, of course, is the bling of choice. Let's see. Let me put that in the center. Just like that. Now this is the feathers. As you can see, the more you do and the more you, the more you work with them, the prettier they're going to come out. See? Aren't they beautiful? Okay, now this is a more feathered look. As you can see, it's less puffy and you see more of the veins of the feather. See more of the veins of the feather here. Okay, now those are used with these types of feathers that you know, are not puffy. Because see, you can tell the difference here. These are real sporadic feathers. You know, very sporadic feathers. These are more shaped feathers. And then, see, now these are marabou feathers that are very fluffy. So these would not make for good flowers unless you really, really want that fluff. And they would be very hard to work because they're so fluffy. Okay? So stick with the ones that have shape to them, as you see here. And if you want a little fluffiness, you can use these little white feathers. Okay? Now, I'm going to do one in burgundy. See, I got these burgundy feathers here. If any of them are any good. See, now these are real fluffy. They're like marabou feathers. They do not have any, you know, contour to them. All the feathers are just fluffy. So those wouldn't work right. So I'm just going to make another yellow one. And you're going to do the same process. You're going to get out your wire. Now what this collection of feathers, it's a yellow collection, and it has different shades of feathers in it, which is great. So, and also they have these little extra stems on the bottom, so you're going to want to snip those off. So again, we're going to start building on our non-stick surface. Okay, now this is how I make feather flowers. I don't know if there is another technique out there, but this is the one I have tried and worked on before and worked on again, and I have perfected this one. And see, you can do black feathers, you can do all kinds of stuff. And I'm mixing up the feather colors. And as you see, these are going to be, this is going to be a thicker flower because the feathers are bigger. Okay? So I'm just going to alternate. Okay. You're going to do the same thing that I done with the other one. You see there? And I'm clipping off these extra long little quills. The quill, or you don't know what you call it, a quill, but I don't know what they call them. Little feather stem. Ouch. Alright. Just try to keep them in a row. If you can. Alright. There's no need to wet them. You just have to get, you know, just get some good quality feathers. I do know Joanne sells them, Hobby Lobby, Michael sells Zucker feathers. So I just use Zucker because it's the best. I have bought the cheap feathers before, and they're just not. they're just not good. I mean, work with the best so you can get the best results. That's the way I always look at it. Okay, a few more, and then I'm going to go back through and see if any place needs a little more feather. Okay, yeah, we might put a little bit through there. So I'm just going to drop a little glue. And drop a little glue. Right, then I'll drop another one right in there. Okay, so this is the back side. Remember, this is the front side. See the beautiful difference? Back side, front side. Okay, so you're going to glue this down. Let me glue it down just a little bit more. Alright, so now what you're going to do, like we've done before, is you're going to get your wire and you're going to start gluing it. And try to stay in the middle of the feathers. If you have to, hold it there for a moment. Okay. Glue it like that. Okay. And see, you can turn it as you go. Just go on down. Okay, and we're almost done. Fingers are getting stuck. Okay. And then I'm going to go all the way down. And just do it like that. Okay, so we used the whole 18 inches. So now what you're going to do is do like we done before. You're going to start your spiral. Let me get my spiral started. Sometimes it's harder on getting your spiral started on these this style feather. Come on, work with me. Some feathers are going to be easier to work with than others. Okay. Alright, we've got the basic thing here. Now we're going to flip it over, and as you can see, this is the more detailed side. You can tell which side is your more detailed side. Okay? And then now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this. Another glue stick. We're going to glue this one down right into there. Okay, then you're going to condition it and move it around like so, and then we're going to go ahead and put our back on. I'm just going to press that into there like that. Okay, so again, like feathers like this, you can just glue to the back. Just give them a little poof there. And then now you're just going to take your thumb, and if you see any of those little sticks sticking out, just snip them out. And now you're going to condition it to go on around. There's another little stick you see. And then if you have some that are having trouble kind of going around in the spiral look, you just condition them a little bit. And also with this one, I trimmed off a little bit as well. And there you go. If you see one that needs to be glued. Now another trick you can do too is that you can go back in and fill in. So I'm going to fill in a couple of places here. Like right here, I think needs an extra feather. So I'm going to put it in like that. And there you go. We're going to bring it on around, and we're going to fill it like that. See, you can add feather to it, so that is really cool. These would be cute for Easter. Think about it. You're thinking about the little duckies and stuff for Easter. Put this on it, you know, like wear it for Easter. They'll think you murdered a duck. Yeah. Where'd you get that? Oh, I killed a duck. Okay. Alright. This one's going to need bling too. You don't necessarily have to use bling, but you can use, let's see. I got some beautiful buttons in here. You can use a white button. You can put a touch of gold in there. It's very pretty. You can get acrylic flower. I don't like that. Let's see. No. No. Oh no, I like that one. It just seems to match better. Okay. So there you go. That is an awesome feather tutorial. And there they are. So, I hope this inspires you to create flowers with feathers. I really enjoy this. This is my take on this design. So, because I always seen feathers and spirals, I'm like, okay, it's got to be wired. It has to be wired. So, so I got some wire and I went to town for it. So I didn't, I don't know of any more out there like this. I don't know. I don't claim it, but I do claim this concept the way I do it. So you're welcome to use it. Just appreciate if you give me some snaps, creative snaps, shout out, share the video, create some lovely feather flowers, tag me in them if you do that. I would love to see your take on this, and until next fabulous tutorial, bye bye.